So at this channel, I make a lot of content on Nintendo products, and so far it's been pretty retro. You know, I've shown the original Game Boy, I've shown the GBA, the GBA SP. I haven't really talked about the most modern system, the Switch. For this video, I'm going to go over whether you should have a Switch Lite, original Switch, or the Switch OLED. Let's get to it. Now, I'm going to go off with the easiest one, the one with the least amount of capabilities, and that is the Switch Lite. Now, I really do love the Switch Lite, but if you're planning to play on a TV and use an actual, the idea of a Switch, hey, we switch from handheld to console, this is missing half of it. It's missing half of it. It's missing a chip that allows it to display onto a TV. So immediately, if you want to play on a TV, you like that big screen, this is not the Switch for you. If you are a mobile gamer, like I've primarily been a mobile gamer, this is an amazing product. It has all the capabilities of the other Switches, but it's a little bit smaller. It's funny, in all my other videos, I talk about how I like the older systems because it's bigger, but this one is definitely more portable. I would take this on the road if I traveled more. I'm starting to travel. I'd rather bring this with me. It's easier to pack. Like I said, it has all the same capabilities, and it really feels like a handheld device. The buttons are a little bit smaller to me. You do get the same games. This, to me, this is more of a predecessor, or not a predecessor. Predecessor's the wrong word. This is more like what you would get after the 3DS, since they're dropping the 3D, technicalities of games, and frankly, I understand why. I rarely used it on the 3DS. I probably should have gotten a 2DS, but I like to buy things used. I rarely get things new. So, yeah, I would say this is the successor. There we go. I can speak. I remember what I write down. Successor to the 3DS. And it's funny. I remember when they released Sun and Moon. They're like, oh, they really can't do anything more with Pokemon on the 3DS. And so it will have to be more on, typical console. And then they come out with this. So if you're just looking to play on the go, I highly suggest the Switch Lite. Now we get to if you want to play on TV. And this one, to me, is interesting. So I have the original Switch here with my neon pink and green, and the new Switch OLED. Now, when it's docked, the Joy-Cons are the same. You're not really using the biggest feature, the biggest difference, and you can see it. There's glare. This has big bezels. This does not. This is an OLED screen, so it's more clear. Yeah, there's not much difference there. This one has a new kickstand, which is better, but again, that's not docked. So if you're just looking to dock it, like this one, it just sits. It just sits in its dock and it doesn't move, and I use it for streaming. So there was really no point, again, if you're leaving it docked, to spend extra money for this one. Now, everyone's hoping for a Switch Pro. I don't see that happening. I really do not see that happening with Nintendo. Simply because they like to change it up, and their e-system, buying things, they like you to buy things over and over again. So I'm thinking this is the end. This is probably the end of the Switch lineup unless they have a Switch Lite Pro. So same basic specs. Same basic specs if you keep it docked. There's no real difference. The newer dock does have an Ethernet, port already put into it, so that's a big plus. So, but you can switch between the docks. You, instead of spending 340, no, 300, yeah, I spent 340 on this. It was refurbished from GameStop. Instead of spending that, you could probably spend the $60 for a new dock if you desperately want an Ethernet port stuck in there. So let's get to why you might choose this over this. If you are mobile, you're like, okay, I want both. I want to actually switch between mobile and stationary. I would go with this. I would definitely go with this. Yes, it has the same internal hardware, except for the screen. The screen is a huge difference. It is much clearer, which is really good. Really good. This one has the big bezels, and it's about same size. Same size, really. This hold it well. Yeah, same size. So I would go with this if you're someone who likes a clear game. You're walking around, you play in the park. I would definitely go with that, especially if you're older. If you're an older gamer and you're smart enough to, protect your screen, I would get the Switch OLED. Now, if you're a parent looking for a kid and you want those capabilities, I would get the older version. It's a little bit cheaper. You can get them used on eBay, even cheaper than that. I actually bought, the console part because I have a bunch of Joy-Cons that, I just didn't need it, and repaired the console, and it was good. It was like $99, which is a huge difference. So yeah, if you want like the both capabilities in your parent, I would say get the older one. Definitely get the older one, because I wouldn't leave a kid trusted with a nicer screen. Frankly, I wouldn't leave a lot of adults trusted with a nicer screen. So my view is, hey, if you are into mobile gaming and only to mobile game, this is what you should get, the Switch Lite. If you have it docked all the time, get the original Switch. If you're someone who actually switches between stationary playing and mobile playing, and you need that screen, trust me, get this screen. If you're just a parent looking to figure out which Switch to get your kid, especially if they're a little bit younger, like my nephew is 7, I would never give him this. I would give him this. Simply because I've seen all these gadgets and technology break. So I would go with the cheaper route. And it's cheaper to replace. So yeah, that's my views on which Switches you should get in 2022. I hope this was informative. If you like this content, please like and subscribe. Other than that, have a great day, everyone. I'll see you later. Bye.